Welcome to the Teacher's Guide to Best Math Tiered Instruction. This video will focus on first grade benchmark NSO 2.1, which is to recall addition facts to 10 and related subtraction facts with automaticity. It is the expectation in this benchmark that in kindergarten, students worked with numbers through 10, so they should be able to easily recall the numbers that would give them 10, as well as writing a related subtraction fact with an unknown. Giving students digit cards and counters allows them to physically break apart or decompose and compose numbers to fill in missing add-ins. Students create equations that make the same number using the counters but separating them into different add-ins. Students are able to see multiple ways to compose a number because we've recorded the equations that they found along the way. Now students take turns using the counters to decompose another number, such as 10, which is in this benchmark. But this time, students will flip over counters to show that one add-in on the left is the red and the yellow represents the right add-in. This also reinforces subtraction, or the concept that there is a part that equals a whole. Subtraction is splitting the same number but leaving some counters left over as the remainder or the missing add-in. Here, students would start with a given number in subtraction, then flip over the amount of counters that they have, and the yellow represents what is left behind or left over, or how many more they need. Connecting these words when using addition and subtraction equations will later also help with word problems. The use of a number line allows students to add or jump the number of add-ins to see what number they would land on. Making sure to represent the missing add-in in more than one location and not always giving students the add-in really enforces the automaticity of this benchmark. The same thing with subtraction, providing sentence stems such as I have 8 and there are 5 less or 5 fewer allows students to apply that to the number line strategy. Students can mark off or label each number on the number line to help them subtract. This strategy is called Make It True. I've provided students with digit cards, but they have to create the correct fact family. This allows you to observe the students' thinking, but you could also still provide counters if students need it. This is a great time to reinforce the commutative property of addition, as well as have the discussion that in subtraction, that property does not exist. However, the minuend and the difference can be swapped. We hope you found some great strategies to take back to your classroom with your students. It is really important that every time we see a benchmark that implies automaticity and recalling, if a student is struggling with this, to bring it back to concrete representational blocks. This reinforces patterns and visuals and really helps students retain the information. There are tons of other strategies for this benchmark, and I'm sure that you're going to find the best one for your students.